Hey, we're live. Everyone can hear what we're saying. Quick, don't say
Don't take it, don't say it, don't take it, don't say it.
it. Oh no, the fucking window got fucked up. Why is it super small now? The hell? Oh, that's strange. Why did it do that? Okay, whatever. I guess I have to resize my PNG tuber. That's cool. Okay, that should be good. Actually, make it a bit smaller. There we go. Okay. So left a little bit. There we go. Hello everybody. We are doing a very special stream today. I'm joined here with Talistic Harlequin, and we are starting our playthrough of Kingdom Hearts Recoded on the DS. But we are doing a very special playthrough of it, um, because we are taking our lessons from our 3-5 over 2 days uh, stream playthrough, and we're actually going to be watching a pre-recorded video of me playing the game.
It surprises.
Yeah, let me just get the video up real quick. Need to open it with VLC player so game capture can actually get the fucking video. Okay. Let me just make sure it's getting it. Game audio turned on. So I need that to that's let's see if it works. Need to change the graphic box to this. Capture? I don't know why you're up in the corner. Please get out of there. There we go. And also I need to screen share it to you. Okay, you should be able to see it now.
Let me click on. Uh, as long as it's supposed to be black.
Let's play a little bit just so you can make sure you see it.
Okay, that's good.
Okay, cool. This is not sponsored by Disney, but please go away, logo. That's better. Yeah, we're watching a video playthrough of me playing the game with a lot of little like added touches here and there, which we will see soon. Uh, but yeah, this is basically going to be the entirety of the playthrough. We're just going to watch me playing the game in the past.
We're gonna take you back to the past.
To find the shitty game to suck ass.
Damn.
Basically, the point of this is just to create my own like Kingdom Hearts HD experience. I've spliced in cutscenes from the movie alongside the actual gameplay from the DS version. So I basically spliced out all of like the cruddy, like low quality FMVs from the DS game and replaced them with the HD versions on the HD remix.
Goodbye.
No, not
Oh my god.
goodbye. When I wake up,
So
I'll
this
find
is
you.
freaking
And
DS.
then there will be no lies. We're gonna be friends for real.
Yeah, isn't it so cool to watch this
Promise
in
me,
not uh,
Yamane.
in like 30 FPS instead of 15? Oh, so we need to turn off the audio for this part. I think the little like coding numbers effects on the screen is really funny because they're kind of going crazy with it at this
And
part.
then first.
So through this movie, we get snippets from KH1, Chain of Memories, 3-5 over 2 days, and 2. And just a tiny bit of Birth by Sleep at the beginning.
Look at all these things that have happened.
It's actually pretty funny that like DDD ended up being the anniversary game.
Yeah,
Like it,
especially because it's the one that kind of fucked up the story.
yeah, like a whole lot, which we'll get to when we get to that game. There is an entire clusterfuck of cutscenes at the end of that game to unpack. On the upside of the spectrum, this game doesn't really reveal much other than like some stuff with Nominee, which we'll get to eventually. I want to pause real quick. This is like I think this is like the I want to say like the third or fourth time that the series has used this song in the intro. Like the Simple and Clean is used in KH1, Birth by Sleep, this game, um, and I think that's it. Meanwhile, Sanctuary gets used in two, 358, and I think that's it. I think Reach and Memories also uses Simple and Clean actually.
There's also a remix of Simple and Clean and 0.2.
That's right, yeah. That remix is baller, but like yeah, basically that's like the fifth time they use Simple and Clean. So like this the Simple and Clean to Sanctuary ratio in the series is really funny, honestly. The only exception is like technically DDD, even though like that game also uses Simple and Clean. It uses an orchestrated version of that song in the game's intro. So I guess you can technically say the series used it 6 times, which is honestly really funny.
Yeah,
It took until KH3 for like them to like ask Hikaru Utada to like make an entirely new song for the Kingdom Hearts intro, and it was a fucking collaboration piece with Skrillex, and is personally my favorite one of the series.
it's pretty good.
It's really good, which we'll get to. We will actually play it on stream like at least once, just so everyone can hear it. But after that, nothing. We have made an attempt to at least play those songs at least once in our series in KH1 and KH2, respectively. But yeah, let's continue. Oh, wait. I forgot to unmute it. Let me just go back a little bit.
So, now
There we go.
we've taken 2 journeys. One to stop the darkness from spreading, and the other to put all the lost hearts back where they belong. To tell the truth, neither one was easy, but I sure was glad to be the cricket to write down what happened. 2 journeys, both sitting quiet right here in these 2 books. But now, looks like the only thing left in one of them is a single line. Of course, maybe that's because they're the only words this book was meant to hold. And it's time to close it for good. But who exactly is this nominee?
Why did he even keep a journal if there's like 2 words in it?
I don't know.
Dramatic camera pan.
A mysterious message.
Uh-huh. I
He had to
certainly
check it
do.
out of the void.
And you know, I never once let the journal out of my sight. I don't know when anybody would have had a chance to.
Their hurting will be mended. Gosh, Jiminy. Sounds like somebody needs help and doesn't know what to do. Let's get to the bottom of this.
Of course, but how? All the other pages are completely blank.
Sure, the words you wrote are gone, but that doesn't mean the journal is empty.
Do you know what you want to? Your Majesty! Everything's ready! Your Majesty! What Chipper said!
Okay, cool. It's time for Mickey Mouse gaming. We've turned your journal into NFTs, I'm sorry.
Hey, what's going on? Jiminy's journal! I think it's gone completely nuts! Nuts? Where? That's not what I mean! I don't know what's causing it exactly, but there's something wrong with the worlds inside the journal. And we can't analyze that message for you either!
Fade to black.
Isn't there something else we can try?
Gorsh, maybe if we could get in there somehow and fix the data, we could figure out what's wrong.
Hey, that's it! We could look for somebody already in the journal and ask them to explore the worlds and repair the data. That's a great idea, Goofy!
Somebody to explore the data from the inside.
And I think we know just the guy to do it. Am I right, fellas?
No. Here's KH1 Sora again.
I hope you like the Kingdom Hearts 1 worlds.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try something real quick. Get like a capture thing. So I put this pink background in the in this video because I wanted to try something out, see if I could do it.
Oh yeah?
Custom color, select the color. Fix screen color. There we go. You won't be able to see it on the video player, but I've done it on stream. I'm basically keying out the pink so that way the background can be seen on stream.
Okay.
Hopefully it should work maybe because I did add cross dissolves and it might muffle up the color key while it's doing that, but we'll see. Let's see, we need to edge out the smoothness a little bit. That should work. Okay. I think we're good now. Hopefully it transitions fine. But yeah, here's the DS gameplay. Basically mirroring the tutorial from the first game, just telling the player to move forward. So for the majority of this stream, it's only going to be like the top screen shown. All the bottom screen shows mostly is the like the map system, and also like the little like stat tree keyblade system, uh, which won't get shown, but it's not too important to see during the stream.
Okay.
Occasionally, I'll show the bottom screen when it's like the pause screen because like the essential stuff is on the bottom screen, but the top screen is also
Right.
important. So like, you'll see what it looks like eventually. I kind of stood here for like 5 minutes because I was doing off-screen stuff, so I edited that out a little bit. So this game doesn't have abilities per se. It has like a skill tree that you can go through manually, but this choice at the beginning doesn't really affect much. It just determines what starting commands you get when you first get into a world. And it pretty accurately surmises like the starting choice in the first game with visuals and everything.
See? Dale and I found a way to rewrite Sora's data. What are you talking about? Chipper means we gave the Sora who's in the data state the power to use his Keyblade. Now he can help us unglitch all the journal data. We think.
This Keyblade model is interesting. For some reason, this model in specific has like a very narrow like key part at the end for some reason. Usually there's like a flat edge at the end of it, but for some reason this one has like a triangular tip. I don't know why they did that. It's like a slightly off model keyblade that they use. They kind of use in some games. I think they use it in Rechain Memories. Again, I don't understand why. It's weird.
It also looks pretty low poly.
It is, but like this is like an FMV from like using like the PS3 models. So it's like it's really weird. I think this cutscene in particular is like HD remix exclusive, so like it's just odd.
They accidentally dragged in the wrong model.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, are you saying he's not the same Sora we met on our journey before?
Your journey with the real Sora was all recorded into data. So he is the Sora we know from before, just another version.
And since he's still Sora, he can help us restore all the worlds to the way they're supposed to be.
Whoa!
What was that about?
I got no idea. Wait here. We'll run next door and take a look. Be right back.
I guess Chip and Dale must have figured things out.
Just standing there.
Excuse me, Your Majesty, but what exactly is it we're doing here?
Well, you see, somebody left a strange message in Jiminy's journal. And the only way to find out who wrote it is by carefully analyzing every entry inside.
So this part of the game would usually just be like the text box thing, but like the HD remix does replace a lot of those with actual cutscenes, so that's what I did here.
Curious.
Ooh.
What is it?
Hey, there's someone in the monitor.
Gorge! I thought that Sora was alone in there.
Who could that be?
This
I
really
don't
is how
remember writing
computer
this in the
works.
journal.
Dang, this Fortnite crossover is crazy.
Who are you? Oh.
Can you hear me?
Huh?
You gotta go after whoever that was. Fast!
Oh. Did I get myself lost? Where could he have gone? Oh,
Ah, watch out! They're the Heartless! It's time for you to use your powers!
use my what? Oh. What's this?
You have that now because you gain the power to fight. It's also your power to survive. You're gonna have to fight sometimes.
It's
But don't
also
ever
the power to
forget.
survive.
Keep your life burning strong.
Yes, this Keyblade is interesting to look at, to be honest, because like this little blue part right here in the first game, this entire like sword part was like it wasn't like so intricately like detailed like that.
Sometimes. But don't ever forget.
There's a bit of like an indentation at this blue part, which is what the Keyblade is supposed to look like.
Yeah.
But in the first game, it was way less detailed. It was just like one model without that indentation. So this is like a slightly more updated version of the first Keyblade, but
Your life burning strong.
they just like modeled the key part wrong for some reason.
Oh, weird. It's trade-offs.
Yeah. So yeah, this game does some like funky stuff with the combo system. Sora like has access to stuff like Zane Tadzuken, or Zane Tutskin, and like you can see like that he also has Blitz. But unlike in the first game, they're entirely dependent on like context situations with the I don't know why the sound's gone. I think I clicked off on this part. Yeah, there we go. I think they're like entirely dependent on like context sensitive situations with like the Heartless. So like if Sora has like a singular enemy left, his finisher will be like a Zane Tetsuken. If there's a bunch of enemies left, he'll do like the regular like horizontal swipe. I don't know what determines like the Blitz finisher, but like that's something he can do, I guess.
Off of them.
Oh yeah, that's another thing with this HD remix movie. It actually features Sora like doing some fighting in a cutscene.
Because there's nothing else to show.
Basically, yeah. But it's interesting because like for a game for like a series that has like a lot of like basically like shonen-esque like story beats, there isn't like a lot of like cutscenes that feature the characters fighting.
Yeah.
Also, this is an interesting thing.
Usually.
Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah. Usually a fight will happen, and then a cutscene will happen where they're standing around.
Yeah, it's like the cuts like the fight scene is like usually handled through gameplay. So like when a fight scene does happen, it's usually you as a player like doing that fight, and then and then like like the scene ends and like the fight's finished. It's never really too often does like a cutscene like feature a fight scene, which I guess is like the norm for like action games. Like if you're gonna have a fight scene, you might as well be playing it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, so there's like some missed potential because like you could always like have like some cool stuff happening, regardless of like how much cooler it could be in like gameplay. Like I think like the Bayonetta games and like the DMC games are like good examples of that.
I mean, Cage 2 does have some fights that are cutscene exclusive,
There
or
are, but
were cutscene exclusive.
yeah, though they are like few and far between. I think like at top of my off the top of my head, the only ones I could think of is like the uh the small snippets that in the final mix cutscene with Riku where he tells Sora about how he fought Roxas. And there's also like the fight scene between Sora and Roxas. Uh that was a cutscene in vanilla, but like it happens after the boss fight in final mix.
Yeah,
That one cutscene has like more fight choreography than like most Cage cutscenes in any of the games, to be honest.
yeah.
It's kind of funny. But yeah, this is the entirety of the level up system. Is the stat matrix. You basically have like this grid system where you place ships down, and it gives incremental stat increases to Sora, depending on where you put them, and you put them next to these supposed boxes, and they give you like different abilities. Like they give you combo plus, the scan ability, other such things. I think there might be a second chance in once more boxes, but like I don't remember exactly. And connected to these boxes are sometimes these big gear system notches. And this one right here lets you change the difficulty. And the interesting thing about this is that usually in the KH games you could change you're only allowed to change difficulty at the beginning of a playthrough, and you can't change it mid playthrough. In this game, however, you can tweak the modifier uh no matter at wherever you are in the game, so long as you can at least access the pause menu. So this gives the game like kind of like a Skyrim-esque like difficulty system where if you feel the game is too easy or too hard, you can bump up or bump down the difficulty as so. And it's
Actually, very the world ends with you.
I guess in those surprise, this game was developed by Hand, which is the lead developers of TUI.
Yeah,
It would have been nice if there was like a similar system in like 358 over 2 days, if for any reason, because like, um, I feel like the mission by mission basis could allow that, and also, that game does not have a critical mode, so like, I don't know, would have made the difficulty a bit more interesting. Though this game doesn't really have the same critical mode, stat increases and decreases like KH2 does. I think the only thing it does is that it just makes everything hit harder, and I think it lowers Sora's defense. I don't think it increases his offense like it's supposed to. This difficulty modifier is mostly just there to make the game like harder and like not much else. So like it's a bit of a
doesn't it increase your like doesn't the difficulty cheat change something?
it probably does, but like as you can see on the left, as I'm like
Like,
tweaking it, it doesn't really change much. Like it doesn't even change Sora's health bar. It might give like Sora like some stat boosts or some stat decreases, but like it doesn't have all the changes that like critical mode is supposed to do.
yeah, that's something that's really cool about the difficulty in the world ends with you is enemies have different drops. It's like different drop chances for shit on different difficulties. So like there'll be times where you need to crank up the difficulty to hard in order to get a certain item, or even crank it down to easy
Interesting.
to get certain drops.
This game has a
Cool.
version. This game has a version of that, but it's not tied to this difficulty modifier. Later on in the game, there's going to be this little table that allows you to increase or decrease Sora's max HP, with the trade-off of item rarity becoming like more plentiful in exchange. So you can have like 10% health with the trade-off of having like 16 times like enemy like item discovery, for example. It's like a little dial that you can put on yourself as like a self-imposed challenge to like make the game like really hard because having 10% health in this game is like kind of crazy, but it allows you to like pick up get items and stuff from enemies way more often than like the normal setting.
That's yeah, no, I believe you can also adjust your HP for drop chances and in Tweewee. Tweewee's good. You should play Tweewee.
We should play Tweewee. Maybe. Well, actually, no. Should it be? How long does Tweewee take to beat?
Uh let's see.
Because I was gonna say maybe that can be the intermission game after we code it, but like I just remember it's like an RPG that might actually be a long stream series, especially for like my first playthrough.
Uh about like 50 hours.
Oh yeah, no. I'll probably just play that on my own time. Fuck.
Yeah,
That's a pretty long time for like a DS game, to be honest.
it is. Wait, no, I'm looking at Neo the World Ends with You. God damn it.
Oh. I'm expecting like at
I
least 20 hours, maybe 30.
okay. Main story 25 hours, main plus sides 43.
Yeah, that sounds about right. But still, that might still be a bit too long for like an intermission game. We want to aim for like at
Yeah.
least like 2 or 3 streams for an intermission game. So I'll probably just play it
I,
on my own time.
I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. It's a pretty good game.
And we'll definitely play it in its intended form on like a DS, as in like I'll play it on an emulator. Or may chance
Yeah.
I can like get my hands on an actual physical copy if one exists at a low price.
I uh I found that, well, because the way the game works is it's mostly touchscreen.
Right.
Um and then the face buttons and the D-pad both do the same thing. So you can actually play the whole game using like WASD to control the fighting on the touch screen and then the touch screen to do the rest.
No, I'm just saying.
And it works.
I'll keep that in mind. But yeah, let's continue watching. Also, I just checked on Amazon. That fucking game is like $80 on here. Fuck that. That's,
Yeah,
that's fucked up.
it definitely doesn't help that the retro games market is fucked up right now.
Yeah. At an appropriate time because it's never been easier to like get into emulation, to be honest.
Which is, hey gamers, think about that fact. The World Ends with You is a retro game now.
Yeah, when did it come out?
It's like 15 years ago.
Yeah, it came out in 2007 or 2008 for North America. As in like in other regions,
Oh
I mean.
damn. That you actually got it slightly earlier than America. That's kind of nice.
Yeah, they got it in 2007.
That didn't.
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, that didn't happen a lot back then.
Yeah. And this tutorial is like basically teaching us the same thing that we got in KH1. But here's the save point. Now go through this door. And there's my test playthrough over there. Wow, the magic of editing.
It's time to open the door. Just hold out the keyblade.
Yeah, I think you're right. This might just be like a low poly model of the Keyblade. Walk into the light, Sora.
Huh? How'd I get back here?
Sora!
Nothing else to notice.
That voice again. Who are you?
First, are you okay, Sora?
You even know my name. Have we met somewhere before?
Well, sort of. I'm
Sora
Mickey Mouse.
looking up.
I've never met the you in this world, but I do know you, Sora. And Sora knows me. You can
When you're
see
mean
we're
to me, this
really
is
good
who you're
friends.
this is who you're being mean to.
And so, we've never met before, but you seem to know who I am, and we're friends. Is that it? I don't understand.
Oh, so you can kind of tell how like weirdly cobbled together these cutscenes are because the lip syncing is awful.
Kind of a long story. Anyway,
Oof.
there's this mystery me and my friends are trying to
That's
solve.
usually something that they nail.
Yeah,
We were hoping
they
that maybe
they
you could help
surprisingly
out.
do really well with lip
What do
syncing
I
for
have
like
to
the
do?
English cutscenes.
Well, we're searching for an answer somewhere in that world you're in, and you're the only one.
That's been a fact for like KH1,
Why
KH2,
is that?
and like I think even like the current games,
I
like when
don't
they're
know
not
what's
like the
going
HD
on,
versions.
But are you saying you want me to
Yeah,
explore
because
the
they've
island?
always used
And if there's anything you need,
custom
I'll be
lip
right
flaps
here.
for
I got it.
like different languages.
First, look for
Yeah,
anything
which is
odd.
like kind of a lot of work to
That
do
already.
for a game that came
These
out in several
blocks.
regions.
What are they doing here on the island?
Yeah,
I guess they got away with it because like not every like facial animation is fully
Another part of our
animated, but like
mystery.
still it's
All right.
remarkable.
I'll ask around.
although I do wonder how many voice
Oh, and
languages
remember, Sora, we
Kingdom
might be worlds
Hearts
apart,
games are
but
in.
you just say the
Hmm.
word, and I'll do everything I can to guide you. No matter what happens, I'm always with you in spirit.
Well, we know it's English and Japanese. I think there's a German dub, and I believe there's also a French dub. This Reddit post claimed that it was also dubbed in Italian. So like, all in all, it does have quite a few like dubs going for it.
Italian Zora.
There is like a popular like mod trend that goes on from every single game, where like they just like, it's a mod that like redubs everything into French. If you go on to Nexus, at least every single Kingdom Hearts game has at least like one French mod. Anyway, this is what the cutscenes usually look like in this game.
Right?
Very like fucking SFM looking ass like cutscene poses. So yeah, the HD remix didn't do every cutscene, so like there are some text boxes I needed to leave in.
Damn. This isn't cutscene. Text boxless.
Yeah, sadly we couldn't get that far. Which kind of does make me hope that like when they remake 358 Days, that they would also try remaking Recoded, because I think that'd be really interesting to see. Even though I think like it would probably be to Recoded detriment, because like they would be using like the design philosophy from KH3, and I'm kind of wondering how that would translate into Recoded's like BBS command style combat system. Oh, I guess I forgot to include the stat box here too. Oops. Oh well.
That was a short trip.
Yeah, just add like one thing. I think I got scan from that thing. So now I can see enemy health bars. This level is like a pretty like faithful recreation of the Destiny Islands level in the first game. The only difference is this level doesn't include like the other side of the island. It's only this area. There isn't even any interiors. It's literally just like this one area. This is the entire world. Well, I guess it's also the cave you can go into, as we'll see here. Which again is pretty faithfully recreated, even down to like all the cave, even down to all like the rock drawings on the walls.
Yeah, now that's Nintendo DS dedication.
Anyways, this is like the main driving force for the entire game. Every so often you're gonna go into these data spaces, which are just like randomly generated rooms and levels filled with specific enemies you need to kill to progress forward. And the reason you want to do this is because at times during the world's progression, Sora will come across a glitch or something that prevents progression. So you need to go through it to essentially like destroy the bugs, so the world can be like fixed. It's like Sora is like a virus cleaner.
This is what the inside of your computer looks like. This is real.
It's very real, yeah. Also, here's a fun fact. This song that plays in the data space, this is the only song you're gonna hear in these levels like at all. The same with this battle theme too. No matter what world you're in, it's always gonna be these same two songs playing all the time.
And unfortunately, these are like most of the normal combat challenges in this game.
Yeah, because as we'll like get into later, This game does have a really like good feeling combat system, especially for a DS game. Unfortunately, the combat arenas and combat sections of this game don't really allow it to flourish as much as it can, especially when it comes to boss battles. So in these levels, the bugged heartless that you need to kill come in 3 variants. There's the blue ones that are invisible until you get close to them. There's the yellow variants that just attack really fast and move really fast. And there's the red variants that are stronger and also don't have stagger. So like, they have like little like modifiers to make them a bit more difficult to fight. Some to their detriments because the yellow ones can be really annoying to fight. And the red one just has no stagger, so that has like its own problems right there. But yeah, essentially you just defeat all the heartless in the level, and then you go to the next floor.
It's simple, and maybe another thing. I like that you can choose what you cash out in.
Yeah, this is like where you're gonna get like a majority of like the chips and whatnot. And keep in mind, every chip is important. You want to get as many points as possible in a day space so you can get like all the chips at the end of it, because it's important to like level up as soon as possible, especially if you're like me and you want to play this on critical mode. Oh, I forgot to do it again. Oh well. Well, I hope you like this top screen gameplay. Whoa, so epic.
You can see the stats increasing.
Hey, look at that. Sword's got all 3s.
Damn, that's an angel number, I think.
Oh, that's a prime number.
It is not a prime number.
Is it not?
Well, I mean, 3 is a prime number, but 33 isn't.
Oh yeah, right. I think I was off screen again.
Oh my god.
Can I like skip for like 30 seconds? There we go.
Normal. It's okay.
Everything's normal again. Don't worry about
Please do not mind the time travel.
it. we do a little funny and do some time distortion. Silly lip rank. Is it? You can fight Titus right here. I don't know why. It's a really simplified version of his fight from the first game.
He's going for it.
And we talked to Titus, and he's like, "Oh, I saw something weird in the cave. You gotta go look for it." And so we go to the cave. So those silver boxes are extremely important because they're basically like this game's version of like chests. They always hold like at least like one useful item. If it's not a chip, then it might potentially be like a really good command. But for the most part, they do like usually hold chips.
Potato. Like chips, comma potato.
Me when I'm a potato and I get turned to chips.
I heard he came this way. Am I too late? Maybe he went through this door. Whoa! What now? That voice! Who's there? Mickey? Oh. Oh.
What's that bright light? Look!
Flashbang.
Gorsh, what just happened? I think I'm seeing stars.
What? Not again. Just look at what's been added to the journal. Somebody's gone and written in a brand new entry.
There's a road for the taking if you end our world's aching.
What does that mean?
If only I knew what to do.
Which world could they mean?
And that's what Donald and Goofy are
Ours?
here for. Are to just like scream questions.
Fellers, look up there on the screen.
Huh? Could it be?
Guess I'm okay. But what was that?
This world has been connected.
Oh, it's you!
Now stand tied.
You know, we were ragging on fucking
There's
a
road
Sora
for
sounding too old and reach into memories. Like, I don't know. I think this version is probably worse.
our world.
Because this is just literally just
mean,
this is
it's
literally
What is that?
this is literally just
Is it a
KH1
riddle?
Sora.
So what am I supposed to do with
At
that?
least this is a
Make
fake
this place
Sora.
whole. The keyhole's the place.
Okay, that's
The
fair.
keyhole's the place? Hey, wait! Hmm? Huh? What's that?
Sora, what do you see?
There's something weird here, Mickey. The guy in black left behind this, well, it looks like a keyhole.
Did he say anything to you?
He said, to make this place whole, the keyhole's the place. He must have meant this.
The keyhole's the place. I know. Sora, try using the keyblade. You might be able to trigger something with it.
Roger that. I'll try it. Whoa! What is this place?
Sora, are you okay?
Yeah, I think so.
So here's a fun fact. I think this little arena that we're sitting on is literally the arena from the Zexian boss fight
But whatever it is that's causing the glitches must be there.
from KH2.
If I get rid of it, will the island be restored?
I hope so. But be careful. Whatever's in there is powerful.
Mm-hmm. I got it. Whoa!
Here's Darkseid. Yeah, this boss fight is a bit of a toned down version of the regular Darkseid fight. You can only attack his fist when he does like that little slam down move. So he isn't like vulnerable all the time like he usually is in like KH1 or KH3.
You are not always allowed to be gaming. I mean, hey, at least they gave you blocks to break.
Yeah, that's like a weird like recovery system this boss has, because at this point you don't really have cures or even like a lot of potions. So not only do you have shadows to recover your HP with, it also just drops prize blocks for you to get HP from too.
And also points.
Yeah, there's like a little like point system for these bosses. When you finish them, you get like different rewards depending on what your ending rank is, which I think is just solely dependent on how fast you kill the boss, and also how many points you get.
Not that there will be many bosses like this.
Yeah, as we'll eventually see, because we are gonna see the Traverse Town boss. Not every boss is as traditional as this one. This is probably like the most traditional boss fight we're gonna get in the game until like the final world.
Oh man. There might be an F-099 apparently.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I wonder how that's gonna entail in terms of gameplay. Because like Tetris 99 and what was the other 99 game that came out?
It was Super Mario Brothers 35.
Oh yeah. Like Tetris 99 I can like feasibly see working in like a quote unquote battle royale context, but like F-Zero? Is that just like a racing game with like 99 players?
It depends on how they see. 99 player battle royale F-Zero would actually fucking slap. Because like those games are meant to be chaotic.
Right.
At least the later ones are, and that's the problem. Is that it's probably gonna be the original F-Zero.
Oh, you mean like the NES one?
Super Nintendo, but
Oh, right.
still.
Yeah.
I mean, I like that game more than I like Super Mario Kart, but that's not saying a ton.
Yeah. I guess the most that we can wish for, which I also kind of hope we don't get, is like they just like do like GameCube F-Zero, but they do it like Mario Kart's what was it called? Mario Kart's Tour on the phone? Okay, there we go. Boss is dead. That part of the boss fight is just like really tedious to do, to be honest.
Yeah, no, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, this is how the fight plays out in the thing. So like when Sora like does fighting moves in the cutscenes, he's mostly just like using like the preset animations like of his like his fighting combos. So like you saw like that he was doing like slap shot and like blitz and whatnot in his combos right there.
Who's up slapping their shot?
Huh?
Do you think Sora's all right?
Wait, I'm tracking him now. Whoa!
What is it?
A new entry in the journal.
More hurts than the one we have just undone?
Hey, yuck!
Gee, now that can't be right. If the data was repaired, we should be seeing the things that were written inside my journal, right? But what we just saw, that never happened. Or at least I never wrote it down.
You mean I'm showing us stuff you don't know about?
I wonder what's going on inside the journal.
Aha! We found Sora!
Ah! Huh? Huh? Hey! Huh? How did I...
Hey, Sora, are you all right?
Mickey, where am I? What happened to me now?
You must have been taken someplace else. Tell me about what you see around you.
Looks like some kind of town. Hey, wait! The island! What happened back on the island?
All the blocks disappeared. You did a great job, Sora.
So we're back in Travis Town for like the
Am I
third
glad
time
to
in
hear
this
that.
series. We will revisit it once
So,
again in DDD.
Now I'm in a strange town. But why? Is this place full of glitches too?
I don't know yet, but it could be. Would you mind checking it out and taking a look around?
All right. I'll see what I can find.
Going to stop bring back memories.
Oh, yeah. I remember it too.
That's where we met Sora on our first adventure.
And also Yuffie, Aerith, Leon too. Wonder how those guys are doing.
Interesting. So that's where you.
We will never see them again until Cage 3.
I got a question for you. When the journal got all digitized, we found the old entries, right? So, does that mean the Pluto that woke Sora up is the Pluto that's just made of his data?
Why do you ask, Goof?
Well,
This is a really inconsequential cutscene to be playing.
All of us inside there too.
Huh. That's a good question. Jiminy, what do you think?
I'm afraid, Your Majesty, that I don't actually have an answer to that question. As you know, the bugs are blocking our access to
This is like when anime characters have like random convos with each other to create filler in an episode.
and that it's not a whole entity like we first
Yeah.
thought. We just
They're
have to
even
figure it out.
not really saying anything.
Not really.
It's okay. Sora is our hero.
Oh yeah.
You're right. I'm sure Sora will lead us to the answer.
Okay, now back to DS gameplay. It really is a shame that like they decided to do this with like fucking with in-game models. I feel like it would have been kind of cool to like have some like actual artwork for these parts.
No, instead have visual novels said.
But without like the best parts of visual novels.
Have shitty 3D visual novels said.
Like I guess like the cutscenes in Days wasn't really that great. But like at least you saw the characters like acting out scenes. Anyways, here's the Moogle shop. It basically functions the same way as it does in BBS. You can just get commands and potions and whatnot from them. There is no synthesis thing in this game. So the commands work a bit differently than they do in BBS. You can not only like create new commands with other commands, you can also augment or like basically overclock your commands with just like regular commands to like raise their power level to make them stronger. But as you can see there, you still need to like level them up in order to like even combine them. It's like there's that whole thing, but there is like a lot of strong commands in this game. Unfortunately, fortunately, or I guess fortunately, there isn't really much of like a big RNG system like there was in BBS. You won't really like find yourself like accidentally making like a cool like command out of like two of them. It's very straightforward, but it's also kind of like really simplified from BBS. Again, to probably like its benefit, but also to like a detriment in some ways.
Platforming cam.
Yeah, at first I had like the I had the auto chase cam on because it made it easier for me to not need to use that, like, you know, it's like, because like this cam system operates a lot like the one in Zelda. You just always use the lock-on thing to just point forward or reset your camera. as seen here.
But you control the camera with your touch screen as well.
I can, but like that requires me to take my hands off the controller to do that, which like kind of defeats the point of a camera system.
Right.
It would be cool if there was a ROM hack of this game that bound the right stick to like some kind of like touchscreen mouse emulation thing, so you can kind of have camera control.
You could WASD it.
That sounds even
That'd be
worse.
kind of funny.
That sounds kind of worse.
Feel like that would honestly work pretty well.
It could work, yeah. Though I think like with the touchscreen, there is like full like 360-degree like camera movements. So like it's not as rigid as like a 8-directional like cardinal like directional movement that like, you know, the DS has.
Right, yeah.
Which is like, you know, kind of a cool thing that like a lot of DS games had actually. Whenever like, you know, they made like a 3D game, oftentimes like the bottom screen was used for like camera control, and you know, with the stylus, surprisingly a lot of like really good accuracy. It's too bad that like, you know, playing a 3D game, you're most likely gonna have both your hands on the DS, and therefore you know, not really gonna be able to like touch the screen very often with a stylus.
On the subject of touching the screen in 3D games, Mario 64 DS has a pretty good control scheme where you move your character with the touch screen.
Really now?
You can move your character with the touch screen. Up on the D-pad is jump. Down is crouch. And your attack button is one of the other ones.
Huh. Interesting. Wait, is it for Mario Kart or just like Mario 64?
It's for Mario 64
Oh,
on DS.
right. That's an interesting control scheme.
I think it's the best way to play that game, honestly. Like, not Mario 64, but Mario 64 DS. Because
Right. Yeah, because that game had that whole thing where, like, yeah, you technically did have, like, you know, it emulated, like, the weight and feel of Mario 64 pretty well for a DS game. But also, it's on the DS. You have a fucking D-pad that at most gives you, like, 8 cardinal movements for, like in terms of inputs.
even if you use the control scheme I was talking about to emulate an analog stick, it actually doesn't work the same as Mario 64.
I kind of thought it wouldn't. Like,
The turning weight is like extremely high. Like you're super slow to turn.
yeah, that's like the weirdest thing about that game. And like, unfortunately, playing that game on like a 3DS doesn't really help because, you know, you are using like a circle pad or like an analog stick to kind of get the feel of an actual analog stick. Unfortunately, it being a DS game, it still does like read 8 cardinal directions, like no matter how you're using it. So if anything, using a circle pad might be an even worse idea. Because now you have like
8 cardinal.
Like what?
8 cardinal directions, digitally.
Yeah.
Like no analog. Which feels pretty bad.
Yeah.
I remember trying that.
Like even in this game has like no way to like store his movements. So like he just like he always like moves in those 8 cardinal directions. So like playing this game with an analog stick actually feels really bad. Anyways, in this section, all Traverse Town is is just you looking for Huey, Dewey, and Louie. So it's just basically like a big fetch quest for this world. Whether or not it's any better or worse than like the storyline in KH1 Traverse Town, not sure yet. Because like world progression in this game is definitely a lot more straightforward than KH1, but it's also like not very exciting, to be honest. I don't know, my brain broke again. Source stuck. There we go. Yeah, for context, I kind of hurriedly edited this together last night. So like there's like a few like blemishes here and there I just like didn't really pay attention to.
I getcha.
But I will say this is like probably the most I've edited a video in like, I don't know, like a couple years.
I don't remember what the last time I edited something was.
I would imagine it was like the last time you uploaded something to your Let's Play channel.
Which was a long time ago.
Yeah, let me check that out real quick. Let's get your receipts in order. Okay, YouTube, do you want to show me the channel I'm looking for? Well, your last video on the channel was from 10 months ago. Otherwise, your last edited video, like Let's Play video, was from a year ago. It was that Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga video.
That's a pretty good video.
Yeah, you had a really nice vibe going with the thumbnails too, I remember.
Yeah, no, I think that the only bad thumbnail I made was the one for Spectrums. That one kind of sucks.
Yeah, they're like not too great, but like I like the colors. They look pretty pleasing. Honestly, I think like your Evangelion and your SMT thumbnails kind of slap though. Also your Calamity
Yeah,
ones.
no, those ones are good. Calamity one and nice. Huge on. I really like the fire red Nuzlocke thumbnail. I think that one is neat.
Yeah, like the billions of Bulbasaurs in front of the Charizard. That's pretty cool.
And the fucking like Danganronpa blood.
Yeah. That's pretty sick. I like how you didn't give Sonic Chronicles a thumbnail.
No. I mean, because it, like, 100% hard crashed. Like 2 minutes into the game.
Is it just like not compatible with the Melon DS emulator?
Uh, at least at the time, it really did not play nice with Melon DS. I think for the same reasons that The World Ends With You doesn't for the first like there's an FMV at the beginning of The World Ends With You.
Right.
Or like near the beginning. The rest of the game works just fine. But when you get like 10 seconds into that FMV, then the game crashes.
Ooh. God, that sucks.
But I played up to like the point past that FMV on DeMom. Because like they fixed that bug ages ago, because like it's an older emulator.
Okay.
I played up to that point in DeMom, and then took my save file and used it in Melon DS.
Oh, I see. Oh, I see.
And
I
it
gotcha.
worked.
Huh. Interesting. Oh, when was the last time I even uploaded a video, I say? Oh god, that was like 2 years ago. Oh god.
Ooh.
That's a lot longer than I thought. Yeah, the fucking Ultra Kill and BPM review that I put out like 2 years ago.
Oh damn.
I am still really annoyed that my Let's Talk About the Marauder video has like the most views on my channel. It has like 7.1k views.
That's the power of response content, I guess.
Yeah. God. I don't know why I felt so compelled to make that video. I guess I was just really annoyed that like the Marauder was just like seen as like this underdog like enemy type, when really it was just like the worst enemy type in that whole game. Like I've thought about like doing response videos again, but like I gotta be honest, when it comes to YouTube content, I don't actively look for like the worst stuff to like watch, to be honest.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, usually if I find something that is bad these days, I just won't watch it.
Yeah.
I'll just stop watching it.
Yeah. I gotta give props to the people who do make that stuff and also make it really well. The Harley here introduced me to or you introduced me to like that Lily Orchard response video, for starters.
Yeah.
Like watching that has actually kind of rekindled my interest in doing response videos, but like again, I don't really watch bad YouTube videos. I don't have like I don't really have like a video that I want to respond to. Like, I don't know, I guess like maybe like Under the Mayo, which is who I responded to the first time. I guess I could try responding to his Ultra Kill videos, but I gotta be honest, that doesn't sound like a fun time.
Yeah, I mean, like, his fan base was already really annoying the first time. I don't know if you need that again.
Yeah. Like, he has, like, some really fucking bad opinions about Ultra Kill, meanwhile. Like, I at least watched his first video, and, like, he just really, like, dislikes the design philosophy of that game in a way that kind of heavily misunderstands the point of Ultra Kill and why it is the way it is. But, like, I don't know. There isn't really much to say about that video other than, like, I think this guy is wrong, and I think he should really, like, reinterpret how he looks at games, but, like, I don't know. It's not like people, like, believe him anyways. I think, like, that Ultra Kill video is, like, his least popular video among his content.
Oh my god. Someone 11 months ago already wanted to fucking, like... they swung at him.
Oh yeah, Under the Mail gets a lot of response videos, to my surprise. I don't know if there was a lot at the time of making the video, but like whenever I sometimes look up his channel because I want to see like what like weird video he's made these days, but also I just want to see who else is angry at him. Like he has like a lot of response videos like about like his God of War video, some other stuff that's not coming to my mind. Like the Ultra Kill videos get like a lot of response videos. He's got response videos about like his Elden Ring stream, his Sifu video, other stuff. Oh yeah, Under the Mail made a video about a game called Trepang 2, and I guess like people are really mad about it. Like I've never heard of that game. You know what that game is?
I've heard of it. But I don't know much about it.
Yeah, I guess like he didn't really like the game, and I guess like people are really mad about it because I've seen more than one video like response about that game, about that video of his, and it's like I don't know what this game is. Why is everyone so mad about it? Trepang 2 is like a spiritual successor to Fear of some sorts to Fear. Okay. Also, welcome to the stream, Hina. I think like one like really questionable video from Under the Mayo was his Crobat is absolutely right about RE4 remake having no soul in it, which I can't tell is like actually genuine
What?
or like a joke video. That sounds really wrong.
That's literally the video that made everyone turn against Crobat.
Yeah.
Like that is the video that is obviously wrong.
Like, it was so wrong that, like, Crobat even changed the video title to, like, try and recontextualize, like, what the video was about. As, like, some kind of damage control.
Change the title and description several times to desperately try to damage control, and it just didn't work.
Yeah, it didn't work so it didn't work so bad. It's like literally he changed the title back to what it was before. Right now it's called Soul versus Soulless RE4 comparison. So he changed it, but then he just changed it back once he realized that no one buys it. So I guess like another questionable video from Under the Mayo was not for like the video itself, but like the title kind of sets me off. Like his Deathloop review, and it like has like the caption "Gaming Journalist Mode" activated.
This is like, watching this dude play Ultra Kill is like watching my dad play a shooter.
Oh, you're watching the Ultra Kill video?
I'm just like peeking at it. Specifically at the Act 2 video, because that's the one that came up. I really like that the part where the review starts is the most replayed part of the video, which means that everyone fucking saw this shitty, boring fucking intro that lasts for 4 minutes. Where it's just like looking at awful footage of Ultra with his face like just kind of like wiggling his face and like being sad about playing Ultra Kill for 4 minutes.
I think like one of like the like leading criticisms he had about Ultra Kill like in his first video was that he didn't like that the game didn't have like an ammo system, and he likes the type of like boomer shooters where like that has like ammo conservation and whatnot.
Yeah, he doesn't like that it doesn't have an ammo economy. And he also doesn't like that well, prior to Act 2, the style meter wasn't like actively integrated into gameplay. Which is kind of a goofy criticism, I think. Because, like, literally the game that created the style meter, Devil May Cry, the style meter does not actually, like, functionally do much.
Yeah, like
It's just like, hey, here's how cool you are being.
Yeah, like what did he like want the style meter to do? Did he want like it to like affect like damage or something? Like I don't really understand like what he wanted.
He got really smug about
Oh,
he got really smug about how they made it so that if you have higher styles, then your heart damage goes away faster. He got really smug about that.
huh.
And like implied that it was like because of him.
Oh boy.
Then I clicked off the video.
Yeah, fair. I think he also like really hated like how like the fucking revolver like I think he said it was either like too OP or like not strong enough or something. And like if you watch his Ultra Kill videos, like most of his Ultra Kill footage is just him like haphazardly like shooting like the starting pistol like in most of the gameplay.
Yeah, no, it's just walking around the like walking around arenas, sometimes dashing, and shooting, and that's it.
Jeez. And
And like, I don't know, if you need like an extrinsic reward for having fun playing a game, I don't know what to fucking tell you.
Yeah,
Like,
that's just strange to me.
like, if you're the kind of person who is like going to feel perfectly content sitting and shooting one gun forever, if the game doesn't force you to use other guns, I just don't know what to say.
Yeah, because like something we have to keep in mind is that Under the Mail has like very like I don't know about these days, but like he used to at least like in terms of like when the video came out, he had like really heavy like Doom Eternal brain rot, because that game, like at least comparatively, like kind of like actively forces you to use other guns because of how like restrictive the ammo system was in that game. And I think like the majority of his Act 1 video was just him being annoyed that like his game that Ultra Kill wasn't like Doom Eternal.
Which is, I mean, feels like they probably did that because of the fact that the Doom Eternal, like they were being kind of contrarian about the Marauder, and that got them a lot of clicks.
Probably, yeah. Because like he's definitely stopped it now, but he used to make like a lot of like Doom Eternal content before he started like branching off and actually like making other videos. Like you can really tell
Yeah,
that like Doom
there's
Eternal is like
only
his
so
favorite
much.
game.
There's only so much to say about Doom Eternal.
There's only like so much positivity you can say about it, but there's definitely a lot of negativity I can say about it.
I can't say much about it because I haven't played the game yet.
That's
I
fair.
probably will eventually.
That's fair.
But I would rather finish 2016 first.
Yeah, that's also fair too. But I mean, like, yeah, in terms of like me actually making a video, I don't think that I'll be making like actual response videos. So like, unlike the Doom Eternal one, my views are like definitely going to be dwindling from not making that stuff. But like, hey, at least I do want to talk about some other games that
Right.
something I plan to get to eventually.
I will be right back.
Okay. We've gone a bit off topic from the game being played, but like, I don't know, this is how it is. There's nothing much happening on screen except just like gameplay stuff. I hope everyone enjoys our commentary. Hmm. I'm caught up on Fiona and Cake right now. It's probably like my favorite like Adventure Time content like ever. I was like extremely excited for Fiona and Cake to come out. I was actually just kind of shocked at how like good it ended up being. Like this is probably like the best Fiona and Cake content we have ever gotten in in the entirety of Adventure Time. I should probably pause this for when Harley comes back. We're actually gonna be on. I'll be right back. Okay, I think we're good to go back now. Let's keep watching. Swearing and violence, though, did catch me off guard, lol. Yeah, I was, the show is TV-14. I wasn't actually expecting them to say, like, actual swear words. And also just for, like, there to be outright gore in that show. Like,
Which show?
Hina was asking about the Fiona and Cake show on Max.
Oh.
Have you watched it by chance?
No. The amount of Adventure Time I watched is pretty limited, to be honest.
Hmm. Wasn't really much of a fan of the first show.
No, I mean, I liked it fine enough. It just... Steven Universe grabbed me harder because it was more serialized.
That's fair.
And, like, I mean, I know that Adventure Time becomes more serial. But it is, like, almost pure episodic for, like, 4 seasons.
Yeah. Especially when you try and like watch the first season. Like, ooh.
Yeah, that was just use the hard sell.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, I enjoyed watching the first season for like nostalgic reasons. Like, I was really into Adventure Time when that show came out. But, like,
It's a good show.
yeah. If I were like given a choice though, I would like just mostly watch stuff from like season 4 onwards. Like, weirdly enough, Adventure Time became like weirdly really good when like Rebecca Sugar was like around, like storyboarding like a good chunk of the episodes. And she like contributed to like some of like the most iconic episodes of the show early on.
I didn't know she was storyboarding. I thought she was just doing music.
Oh, she did do a lot of music, but she also like storyboarded. And I think like wrote like a lot of like not like a lot, but like quite a few of the early season episodes. Let me like get a list here real quick. But yeah, she did like, but yeah, like she did like also write and compose like some of the best songs in Adventure Time.
Right, yeah.
There's actually a really like funny way to tell like when an episode is storyboarded by Rebecca Sugar, cause Finn gets drawn in a certain way that you might recognize if you've seen the episodes. I'll send you a couple of images. Like, these are the episodes where like Finn gets drawn like super expressively.
Oh, that's interesting.
When he got those lines under his eyes. Also, fun fact: Rebecca Sugar is also working on the Fiona and Cake show. She's written like a couple of the songs that have appeared in a few episodes. I don't know if she's contributing much else, like in terms of like the production parts, but like there's that at least. Season 1 is very different than most of the show, but it still is very much crucial to the rest of the show. Many shows start off a little different in their first season. Amphibia is another example. Yeah. God, I saw someone on Twitter like say like they were showing their friends Amphibia, but like they had them like skip a lot of like the non-essential episodes in season 1. And like for season 1 I can get that. But like I gotta be honest, that has to be like the worst way to introduce someone into a show. Because, like, I can understand, like, wanting to, like, introduce your friends to, like, the best episodes of a show you like. And, like, therefore, like, skipping, like, the quote-unquote filler of a show. But, like, I don't know, that just sounds wrong. Because, like, even, like, the filler episodes in Amphibia are, like, pretty good. Wish vampires were real so a girl like Marcy could be my girlfriend. Adventure Time was like always the most interesting show visually to watch because because of like how like freeform the style was and like the character designs and whatnot. It was one of those shows where like you could just like tell when like a certain like storyboarder or animator was like working on that episode. There's like a lot of different ways Finn and Jake gets drawn and animated. That if you watch closely, you can kind of pinpoint out like who was drawing Finn at the time. Like the Rebecca Sugar example I showed you was like one thing, but like some people made like a whole chart of it. Like sometimes Finn gets drawn a little funny, sometimes he gets drawn a bit more detailed and whatnot. Adventure Time helped Raincourt never got out of its dark age from '07 to '09. Before that, Clone Wars and Flapjack were seen as the only good shows under the barrage of live action shit. That is true, yeah. Adventure Time was like a huge turning point for like animated shows like when it came out, because like it came out in like I think it was like mid 2010, and like I want to say like it sort of like sparked like a small renaissance for like animated shows, because like afterwards we got like shows like Regular Show, Gravity Falls, Steven Universe, plenty of others that I can't think of right now.
Yeah, it wasn't all good. And like, we also got Uncle Grandpa out of that, which wasn't all bad, but but like, it wasn't great either.
No, yeah. The most we can say about Uncle Grandpa is that it's like a weirdly like distinct facet of Cartoon Network that like only occasionally gets referenced here and there, but like not to the degree of like say like Teen Titans Go, which like is still ongoing and is would rather end, please.
The opinion on Teen Titans Go has raised like a lot over the past like little bit. However, most of the people who are saying good things about that show are saying that because they saw a funny clip on Twitter.
Yeah, it's the same thing that happened with like Sonic Boom, for example. Like people will tell you that like this show is really hilarious, and then they'll show you like an out of context clip or like a YouTube compilation of like all the funny moments from the show. But like when you watch the show yourself, like at least like 80% of the jokes don't really land like that, in all honesty.
Yeah. Like, there are jokes in Teen Titans Go that are genuinely really funny. And then there are all of the haha Beast Boy is farting jokes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, what if Cyborg is farting? Wouldn't that be fucking crazy?
Like even like in the original Teen Titans, even if like all the humor didn't land, it was at least like interesting to watch because of how it was animated and whatnot. Like, you know, regardless of like how the characters were characterized, for better or for worse, you know, it was still like interesting to watch. And like all Teen Titans Go has to go for it, honestly. It's just like his jokes. Because like, I gotta be honest, like these days, and I guess even back then, it wasn't really like the best looking show compared to other like Cartoon Network shows.
Yeah, no, it's just like, yeah. I don't have anything to say. Just like, yeah, yeah. It doesn't. Oh boy.
Yeah.
I'm just over here remembering the fucking like Cartoon Network Dark Ages. The Cartoon Network schedule, where it's just Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans Go, Teen Titans Go, in like every time slot, and then like Steven Universe once.
Yeah. God, that was such a fucking sad time for Cartoon Network. And I guess like
Yeah, because like,
less of a sad time nowadays because like Cartoon Network is basically nothing now.
well, I mean, let's see what's airing on Cartoon Network right now.
Didn't Cartoon Network like go defunct not too long ago? Or did I imagine that in a nightmare?
I don't know.
Because like one thing I know for sure, they sure did cancel a lot of their shows.
No, it's still going. We got We Bear Bears still airing.
Right.
A lot of Gumball.
Yeah, that makes sense.
A lot of Teen Titans. Got Tiny Toons Luniversity? What the fuck is this? This is a reboot of Tiny Toons Adventures. That's fucking nuts.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen that on Max, which is the HBO Max thing. And then like there's also like a We Bear Bears sequel, which is just like the bears, but they're like kids now or something.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion on that because I never watched it, but I do like remember liking the first show a lot. At least from like
Wait,
the
I thought
like what?
Cocomelon was like just a YouTube thing.
Is it on Cartoon Network? Oh god.
It's on Cartoon Network.
Oh god, that sucks.
Like specifically like in the morning. The Bat Wheel? What the fuck is Bat Wheels? What the fuck is this?
Oh yeah, is it that Batman show, but they're all cars?
Yes. Bam, Redbird, Bibby, Batwing, and Buff learn lessons while helping Batman, Robin, and Batgirl.
What the hell?
Oh man, Craig of the Creek is still going strong.
Oh, that's good. That's actually like genuinely a good show from what I've heard.
Yeah. It's a Clarence rerun. I'm just like looking at the schedule for this week.
I imagine like most of them are probably like reruns. Is like Teen Titans Go still ongoing? It is, right?
Yes.
That's what I thought.
Season 8. Holy shit.
Oh my god. And like I think like Craig of the Week is also getting new episodes, but like besides that, I imagine it's like probably mostly just like reruns and whatnot.
Yeah. Yeah.
Craig of the Week I have enjoyed. He even got some LGBT rep in it, as well as including a lesbian couple. That's pretty neat. Yeah, I've always been meaning to watch Craig of the Week. It just like hasn't really come up lately. That and also like Big City Greens, which is not Cartoon Network. It's like Disney XD, but like that also like seems like a really fun show to watch.
Oh yeah. My Adventures with Superman is well, I guess that's not going on Adult Swim right now, but it did run.
It was on Adult Swim. I thought it was just like a Max like a Max exclusive.
No, I think it's like on Adult Swim first, and then like a day later the episode comes out on Max.
Oh, interesting. Disney Channel I haven't watched much since Owl House ended. Yeah. God, Owl House is like a really depressing precedent. Like, I have a hard time like wanting to rewatch that show after how it turned out.
I mean, I heard only good things about the new one, like about the ending rather.
Yeah. Yeah, it did end as well as it could have, considering like all the time constraints and whatnot. Like, the one thing you can take away from the ending of Owl House is that it ended as best as it could.
Yo, they're still making Pocoyo. Let's go. Let's see. Thomas and Friends All Engines Go. That's currently going. That's cool.
I guess that's something. Little baby show.
And Care Bears Unlock the Magic.
Oh yeah, that's like a Care Bears reboot or something. I haven't heard much about that.
I have never heard of it. I'm just looking at the current shows on the Cartoon Network wiki,
Right?
which annoyingly also includes Max shows.
The show did get an ending, and I felt it was a good conclusion, but sadly the way the show ended was because Disney was fucking over Dana and their crew, and they did the best they could, and they did pretty good in my opinion. Infinity Train wasn't as fortunate. Oh yeah, Infinity Train didn't really get an ending, it just sort of got cancelled.
Yeah, they yeah, no, from what I understand, uh, I mean, it would have been better if Owl House had gotten all of the episodes that they like that they should have gotten. But they did well with what they had.
Yeah, there's definitely like some issues around like stuff obviously being left out, and like some like pacing issues here and there in like the latter half of season 2 and basically all of season 3. But like, you know, for like the situation that they were put into, they definitely did the best they could, and they did a really good job at it still. It's just like, again, because of all that, it's like really depressing to like watch any like part of that show. Because I was like really like super excited about like Owl House when that was a thing, like when season 1 was airing. And then like once we got like to around like season 2, like the end of like you know, the first half of season 1, which is when the hiatus happens. That's when like all of like the behind the scenes stuff came out, and the production just like really like screeched to a halt, and you know, we got the news about what was happening to Owl House, and it just became like really depressing.
Yeah. I need to get back on that show.
How far have you gotten?
Uh, I watched up to the like caught up back when the show was on hiatus.
Okay.
During like the halfway point of season 2.
Okay.
And then I never actually like hopped back on. But I do want to. I mean, like now that it's over, like I want to finish the show.
Yeah.
But if I do that, I will probably be starting from the beginning.
Yeah, that's fair too, honestly.
I want to get my partner into it.
Ooh.
We've been watching Steven Universe, and that's been really good.
Oh yeah, how's that rewatch been going so far? Like,
It's been going well. We're up to like the tail end of season 4.
oh nice. You're getting to the abduction
Run!
plotline.
Go to Sid's and wait.
Yeah,
I hope you're happy with all the trouble you've caused. Huh. What's this?
Here's your L, Sora.
here, take this
Hey,
L.
is this another fragment? Huh? Where'd he...
Gonna screenshot that. That'll be a perfect thumbnail.
As everyone knows,
This is exactly
two
the
L
keyhole
shapes
that Red left
makes
for me back on the
a
island.
keyhole.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that didn't make sense in
found
like the
another
DS
keyhole.
version. I don't know how that works.
If this works the same way as the one before, all I gotta do is
Where does the
defeat
L go?
whatever enemy is inside
That's right,
this
in the keyhole.
Let me see if I understand. You're thinking this one might do the trick too? The source of the glitches for the world you're in might be inside that keyhole?
That's right. I'll crawl inside and give that thing a piece of my mind. When I'm done, the town ought to be just fine. Hey, I gotta try.
Okay, but just promise me that you'll be careful, Sora.
You can count on that.
Anyways, we're about to see what boss content is in this game.
Yeah, this is how bosses will be for 90%.
Yep. We're in a side scroller.
I think this one is pretty good.
And at least like retains
I mean,
like some.
honestly,
Yeah, go ahead.
I think most of the gimmicks are fun, at least.
I like the shoot 'em up one in Wonderland. That's kind of fun.
Yeah, it's okay.
That's,
But
that's,
like also, I don't know. I just wish that I could be playing the game.
yeah. Like in terms of like this is like probably like the closest like this side scrolling section is probably the closest we're gonna get to like Sora controlling normally. But like I'm not really a fan of these because they're so slow
Yeah.
and it like lasts for too long. Like if we just controlled Sora normally and the screen scroll left to right like with our own pacing, it probably would be like a neat little like section. But because like it's progressing on its own, it doesn't really like let the level flourish on its own. It's like the level just like kind of goes by.
grade.
Rain indeed. Yeah, this is kind of like if you took the Winnie the Pooh mini games in KH2 and just like made them part of the main game. Like imagine like all the cool boss fights in KH2. Imagine if they were like replaced with like the mini games from Winnie the Pooh. And they somehow integrated
Yeah.
like the boss fight into it. Like that's basically what these boss levels are.
Oh my god, watch out, Pooh. That's guard armor.
Winnie the Pooh dies. But yeah, this section has like this level has like 3 sections. So this is like incredibly long. It like lasts for too long.
At least, I mean, the auto scroller is going faster. Oh, never mind. At least you get these, like, kind of absurd commands. That's fun.
Yeah, the coolest thing about these commands is that a good chunk of them serve as like movements, like movement abilities. Like you saw, like with the wind spin, it gives me like a double jump, and like the fire lunge gives me like a forward dash.
Oh my god, this is extremely a fucking, like, GBA Crash Bandicoot level. Ah,
Yeah, that was funny. Fucking died.
ah damn. No wind spin.
Yeah, if you die, you just lose the abilities, which kind of sucks. Would have been really useful in this section.
My style.
Yeah, look at that top tier gameplay.
Oh my fucking god. Of course Shadow's low profile as.
And I lost the Blizzard Dart. Yeah, not much more I can say about this other than like, it's a thing that exists.
Yeah. This this is this is at least part of why this game never got like remade or anything.
Yeah, it's like how do you like transcribe this into like like in PS2 gameplay, like Rechain of Memories. Like if Ricoto ever
Also,
gets
damn, that's a lot of PS1 quality models that you have to upscale.
yeah. To be fair, they do like this is all like KH1. They technically already have like the PS2 models of everything in that game, so like wouldn't be too much remodeling, to be honest.
Yeah, the only like new thing is like the bug blocks,
Yeah,
and like their blocks, so it's fine.
yeah,
See them in cutscenes, like in the cutscene compilation too, so it's like fine.
yeah. So like they already have models of those too. Honestly, the only way I can see them like remaking this game is like I think like the most pragmatic way to do it is just to not have these levels and just have the boss fights as is. Like just take this stuff out, just have it be like the regular boss fight. I think that would serve well.
I like that they do the Kirby thing. It's like, hey, here's like your choice of whatever.
Yeah. You never did that shit in KH1. that fucking laser was like Zeta flare size.
Advanced guard armor. I think Blizzard Dart might have been the wrong tag.
It might have been, yeah. I think before when I test played this, I was using like Fire Lunge or like no, I was using like the Thunder spell, and that wasn't really good against this guy either. I don't think any of the spells are like good against this guy, to be honest.
Probably Air Spin or Fire Lunge.
Maybe, yeah. This boss fight can be a little difficult because since you're using like command pickups instead of having your command menu, you don't really have access to like cure. So like you really have to do this in
yeah.
like one clean go without taking much damage. Cause like with like few exceptions, like from the enemies right there, there isn't a lot of chance to like get health pickups.
Oh, that like destroyed the prize block with no, like without drops.
Yeah, if the boss destroys them, then they get nothing, which is really annoying when you're trying to get them. And he's dead.
Wow, Wishing Star.
Yeah, for some reason, Wishing Star is the Keyblade you get for Traverse Town. Which is really funny because you can get like 3 Keyblades from Traverse Town.
Huh? Why are the blocks still here? Am I missing something?
That Heartless's power must be lingering. But don't worry. All you gotta do is use your power, Sora, and that'll end the glitches here once and for all.
Use my power?
You bet. You've got a power that's yours alone. Use the Keyblade and lock that keyhole for good.
All right, here goes.
God, I remember when KH3 came out, they were actually like selling Keyblade toys in promotion of that game.
Oh, that's cool. They took some co-op.
Jeez. It was actually like really on model too. Like I did manage to get one,
Yeah,
which is good because I don't think they're
Oh,
selling them
nice.
anymore,
but what about that guy?
which is really
Walking
unfortunate. I don't
with?
think you can even get it on Amazon.
I mean, he could be the one behind this whole mess.
It was like in really
Yeah,
short supply, I think.
that's the kind of thing you gotta go for like eBay for.
Yeah,
It's another new entry.
which is unfortunate because like it's probably like the most accurate like Keyblade toy you can get
It looks to me
because like a
everything
lot of the
seems fine.
Keyblade replicas you can get
Every part of the
online,
world inside the
they
journal
have
is
at least
correct.
like one or two imperfections that make them like not accurate, basically.
Kingdom Hearts deep dives make fun of that message a lot.
What was it?
There are more hurts than the one you have undone. Hurts.
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 Personally, I wish they sold more Keyblades than just the Kingdom Key. I think it would have been cool to get like Riku's Wayward to Dawn or like even like an Oathkeeper.
That's funny. We were there. Was Pluto with us?
Well, I sure didn't write
But I
anything
think
like
they only
that,
sold
did
the
you?
Kingdom Key. I think also the Kingdom Key D, but I
Maybe the
could be wrong.
journal's trying to tell us something?
Here in the castle? But how?
We gotta check the rest of the castle now. It won't open. Hey! Hello! Anybody out there?
Oh no, they're stuck in the back rooms.
This is not our day.
Well,
That's a weird
fellas,
angle.
I hate to say this, but we're trapped.
Well, what? What came to me heartless roaming the castle?
Huh?
Huh? What's that?
Undo the hurt to unbar the way.
Gorsh, we're trying. It said we've already undone some of it, right?
Well then, we'll just have to keep going, preparing the journal's data as fast as we can.
Whoa! Your Majesty, I think Sora just might have reached the next world.
Well, we gotta do something about the castle.
I'm as worried as you are, Donald. But right now, our best hope is fixing up the journal.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And that's it. That's the entirety of the thing.
That's what we got.
That's all she wrote.
That's,
So what did you think of my modified playthrough?
I liked it. I think this is a fun format for us to do this, and
Yeah, it definitely like takes a lot of editing to like splice in the like HD cutscenes and also the DS cutscenes because like man the recording DS games always will be like that unfortunately.
hey,
But like I think we got a format. With this pacing though, we've only done like 2 worlds in this stream. Um, but like you did want to go for like just for 2 hours, so like uh the next stream maybe we can get like at least maybe 3 worlds. Well, we'll see.
yeah. I mean, we got. Aren't there only like 6 worlds in this game?
Well, let's see. There's Traverse Town. Well, let's see. There's Destiny Islands, which is really short, but and then there's also Traverse Town, Wonderland, Olympus Coliseum, then
Agrabah.
Agrabah, Hollow Bastion, and then one extra level at the end in Castle Oblivion.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, about like
Yeah. No, this game's like super short.
yeah. And by then, maybe we'll like pick out like a good like intermission game to like play between this and DDD because Dream Drop Distance will be the next game after Recoded. And that,
Yeah, and that one's kind of a clusterfuck.
yeah, and that one's gonna be played live.
Also, I actually don't remember how long Dream Drop Distance is.
I think it's a fair bit longer than Recoded. It has like 9, 10 worlds, I think. 10 worlds that
20
you have to
hours.
play twice as Sora and Riku. So there's that. But like BBS, they are also extremely short worlds because like, 2 characters and all that.
Right.
Though like there is also like a Traverse Town revisits. It's like I guess it's technically 11 worlds, but I don't know. What is how long what is how long to beat say? Um
It'll probably be around-ish 30 hours.
how long to beat says 23 hours.
Yeah, that's for the DS version though,
Oh, that's
which
true.
for some reason they're separate. I'm sure there's a reason, like HD adjusts the fucking like green meter raising or something.
Yeah, the HD version here it says it's 20 hours.
Yeah, it's a little bit. Well, that's only if you rush the story though, which I don't expect that will. I don't expect we'll probably do.
Yeah, true. Funnily enough, main plus sides takes less time, like significantly less time than the 3DS version. On 3DS, it takes 34 hours. HD, it takes
Yeah,
26 and a half.
I am curious as to like what's up with that.
I think like part of it could be due to like faster loading times because this is like the first PS4 Kingdom Hearts game to come out. So it has like all the benefits of like it being 60 FPS and also just like faster loading times and whatnot. That could contribute, but not too sure. Maybe they also like tune like the stuff like needing to like grind like the dream meters and whatnot. Like maybe they tune that so it's a bit more generous, maybe.
Maybe.
But yeah, I imagine
Here's hoping.
I imagine that stream will probably take like maybe around like 5 or 6 streams about. And we
Yeah, no, that sounds about right.
and we are gonna be playing it without the refined mod because it doesn't break Dream Drop Distance like it does BBS, but like I kind of want to avoid refined until like the full version comes out.
Right.
And it's a good thing too because having that feature that like turns off the sleep timer um actually kind of breaks the game because switching between Riku and Sora is like kind of essential for like stat boosts and also getting certain items that are like essential for each character. So we're definitely going to be avoiding that.
Yeah, that's it feels like such a like easy change to make, but it uh really isn't.
Yeah.
Like you need to change the whole game to make that work.
Yeah, the best way I could see it working is that you just take out the items from the dropping system and put them in like chests in the world. So that way you can still like get them without needing to drop all the time. Because like the stat boosts are like essential, but like they aren't like super needed. to like complete the game. So like you could technically beat the whole game just as Sora without needing to like switch to Riku ever. And then switch over to Riku once you're done with Sora's time playthrough. You know, kind of like you were playing BBS. But like if you're like me and you want to play the game on critical mode, it's probably more essential to like switch characters, but like you know, your mileage might vary depending on how much you grind and whatnot.
Yeah. He also he just probably want to like do them in order.
Yeah.
Or do it correctly rather. Like drop because that game's story is all about drip feeding in like both timelines. Oh boy. It's gonna it's gonna be an interesting one. But we're not there yet.
Oh boy. And then eventually, like, uh, I'm guessing at this point, we're probably gonna get to Cage 3 sooner than I thought. Because the joke we made is that we'll get to Cage 3 when Cage 4 comes out. But as of this stream, there hasn't been any more news about Cage 4.
Yeah, there's no like release date for that yet.
Yeah, not even like another trailer, or like any other piece of news. Like something we want to get across real quick. Apparently the reason that they dropped Cage 4 footage so early, like when did that come out? Like 2 years ago or something? 3 years ago? Last year? I forget. But like the reason that they dropped that so soon, like after Cage 3's release, is because apparently Square, or at least like Disney Interactive, someone over at the Cage team wanted to disparage like any like leaked news that might come out about Cage 4. So they just like put out the footage just to get the message across that yes, this game is in development, but probably like we're like probably like a long ways off from it.
Yeah. I
So
mean, which like people probably should have expected that.
yeah, and like I honestly don't mind. Like it's probably like a little bit better than Cage 3, where like it hmm, like the development cycle of Cage 3 was like definitely something else. I like to imagine that like Cage 4 won't be as bad, cause like they got that momentum going from Cage 3. So like I don't expect that it'll take like because like the announcement for Cage 3 came out in 2013, and then the game actually came out in 2019.
Yeah.
So like it's definitely a giant gap in there. But like we also have to keep in mind that like the game did have to switch engines like midway through development. Uh and I imagine that Cage 4 will continue using Unreal. I imagine they're maybe using Unreal 5, or maybe they're gonna continue using Unreal 4. I don't know, maybe they're gonna change engines again. But we won't know until like any news at all about the game comes out.
They also almost definitely weren't working on it like full steam the whole time.
Yeah, because like
Like
other projects and whatnot.
yeah, other projects and I mean like during the development of the game, Square Enix was kind of in fucking trouble. Like, uh, I mean, Cage 3 got announced uh, while they were dealing with the fallout from Final Fantasy 14 1.0.
That's right,
They were
yeah.
working on Realm Reborn.
That's right, yeah. And like I'm pretty sure like a good chunk of like Square's development time is like still being put on like Final Fantasy 14, while also like but like I think that's been changing recently because I think there was news that came out that they were putting the Final Fantasy 14 money towards like the bigger projects. So like now they're like a bit more like quote unquote AAA quality. And so now we got stuff like Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and like the recent Final Fantasy 16, which are like way, way, way higher quality than like most of their other projects throughout the years.
Yeah.
So like,
And it also probably didn't help H3's development though that Nomura was working on Verse 13 at the time.
that's true, yeah. Which
That was his like main focus.
yeah, which you can see like some segments of, or like some of that energy in Kingdom Hearts 3 with fucking Verum Rex and Yozora fucking crashing into that game.
Well,
And
yeah, because like 15 came out uh wrong. It came out bad,
yeah,
and Nomura's gotta be fucking bitter about that.
yeah. There was so much about 15 that got changed or like removed that it's like probably like barely even the game that like the more envisioned it to be.
Yeah,
And like, I like Final Fantasy 15 enough as it is, like for better for worse, but like, man.
I uh I tried it and could not get into it, honestly.
That's fair. I think I
I
definitely played at the right time because I played like the Royal Edition on PS4, which like, on top of like, the vanilla game added like a bunch of new content, including like a new like ending level. So like my experience with the game is probably a bit more positive than like most who probably played it on launch. But like I don't know.
yeah, I mean I tried it recently on PC.
Right.
Uh the problem is that that game just still feels unfinished. Like even after all this time, like the inciting event of the story is conveyed by playing a muted clip from a movie with music playing over it. Like holy shit.
Yeah. Like the big thing about FF15's release was like it was kind of essential to watch the Kingsglaive movie that released I think like a little before 15's release.
Yeah, and was like extremely critically panned because it's fucking awful.
Yeah, but like it was essential to watch because I think it preambled a lot of like what happens in 15 and like the preceding events that led to 15's plot.
All the characters in Kingsglaive look different from their counterparts, like completely different from their counterparts in 15 proper, because of the fact that in Kingsglaive they're played by fucking celebrities that they had to tack like they had to tack celebrities' faces onto the Final Fantasy 15 characters.
That's funny.
Man.
God, I still need to play 16. I'm just like now like actually catching up with today's releases. Like I got Armor Core 6 and now I have like a bunch of other $60 games I need to get. I need to get RE4 remake, FF16, uh Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Um what the hell? Baldur's Gate 3? Uh maybe Bomb Rush Cyberpunk? That looks fun. Uh
At least Bomb Rush Cyberpunk isn't 60.
it isn't, but it's pretty close to it. Like $40 is definitely more affordable, but it's definitely something I prefer to get on sale.
Yeah.
And there's also Jedi Survivor, which like despite the problems it apparently has, I do want to play it because I did mildly enjoy the first game, and I kind of want to see if they improved it any better in the second game. God, what else came out this year? I feel like a lot did, but it's been drawn a blank. I'm like tepidly curious uh about Starfield. Like I hear like the PC port is bad, so well then again I don't have an Xbox, so I guess I have no choice but to get it on PC. But damn, that game's like $70 on Steam. That sucks.
Yeah, it's also, I mean, it is a Bethesda game.
That's what I hear
It's
about, but
it's less buggy than I mean, like I heard someone say that Starfield is less buggy on release than Skyrim is like now after all these fucking years
that's pretty.
and all of the re-releases. Starfield is less like bugged to shit.
Which is honestly kind of impressive for like how much of a bigger scale this game is as like a
Yeah,
Bethesda game, anyways.
they got those Microsoft Microsoft testers. I mean, the testing itself was never the issue. Um, I'm like, I'm sure that the testing, like I'm sure that QA finds all of the bugs. They just like the developers just have to focus on fixing like all of the completely game ruining bugs instead of all of the small stuff.
Yeah. Like other than that, there's like I need to get into Tears of the Kingdom now that I have a Switch. Uh, and then there's fucking Wolong Fallen Dynasty because I like Team Ninja Souls games and I want to try the newest one. Um, Octopath Traveler 2 is on the backlog. Um, I'm getting Splatoon 3 soon for like my birthday. So like there's that.
Oh, nice.
God, what else is there? I guess part of me is curious about Bayonetta 3 still, but like that probably won't be a purchase anytime soon. Maybe if I can get a used copy on sale.
Uh, if you play that, but if you were to play that game, we should stream it. Like, we
Yeah,
should stream through the Bayonetta games.
I'd be down, yeah. We could play like the first game. I do have it on Steam. I would need to play the second game on Switch though. Actually, no.
Yeah,
I should play the first game on Switch because it has like those fucking Nintendo costumes.
yeah,
It's just gonna be a bit weird because like fucking 1080p display on this fucking 2K monitor is gonna look weird. But like can't really fix that about the Switch dock. Well, again, maybe Bayonetta 1 could be our intermission game because that game is like really short.
yeah. No, we could knock that out in a couple streams.
Yeah, it has been some time, but like we're gonna play on normal, so like it shouldn't be too hard to get through. But like a Bayonetta
Yeah,
1 is still like considerably a little hard, so like we'll see. I just remember that Bayonetta 1 has a bunch of fuck you, you die QTEs in it, so like that'll be annoying when that happens.
yeah. It has a lot of those. You have to be like extremely ready for them.
Yeah, I think I do have 'em memorized, but we'll see. Does Bayonetta 3 have those? I imagine not, right?
Don't know. I mean, I know Bayonetta 2 doesn't.
I know, yeah, it does. That's like the biggest thing that makes it such a better game for than the first one, to be honest.
Yeah, it's. I mean, I kind of find myself missing a little bit of the combat depth from one, in two, since like Umbran Climax is obviously the best like thing in the game.
Yeah,
Use your magic meter on.
yeah,
But at the same time, I'm not good enough at Bayonetta 1 to actually appreciate the depth because they take away so much of your magic every time you get hit.
yeah. And like the magic is like only really useful for like insta killing like enemies, from what I remember. So it has like
Well,
very limited.
there's a bunch of other uses for it. Uh, they're just all extremely expensive items.
Oh, I see. I just remember like Bayonetta was like one of those games where like you can get like a ton of moves that you can flexibly do better than like the moves in DMZ. But like I didn't really use a lot of them because they require like really weird inputs, like pressing like double forward and then like up triangle to like do like an upward kick or something. Like it was really weird.
I think you're talking about the stinger input. They have the stinger input in Bayonetta is a double tap. But also, uh, Bayonetta does have a like you get a lock on, like a DMC lock on, and you can just do the DMC input to do those.
That is true, yeah.
Also, you get air stingers,
Right, that's right.
uh, both punches and kicks.
Yeah, maybe, yeah, we can probably delve into more of that once we actually get into the game.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that'll be the end of the stream, everybody. We've kind of extended this by 20 minutes by just continuing to talk, but yeah, that'll be on the stream. Next week we will be playing, well, watching more Recoded. So stay tuned for that.
it.
Got any
No, I
laugh?
couldn't think of anything like cool to say.
It's okay. All right, bye.
Bye.